I'm Bob Proctor. I am the chairman of the Life Success Group of companies. We have a group of companies in the personal development, human potential field. I've been in the business now for 39 years. I've been studying in the field since 1961. Just studying human potential and how to really bring the most of ourselves to the surface. Everything's energy. Energy is. It is neither created nor destroyed. It's the cause and effect of itself. It's 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. There's nowhere where energy is not. Everything's energy. Your entire body is energy. Everything you deal with is energy. Everything is just at a different state of vibration. The only difference in one thing and another is in density or amplitude of vibration. So when we say about energy, we're not talking about, gas in a car, or the electric in a house. We're talking about everything. And then it's understanding it from a personal perspective that I think is vital to a person's health and well-being, and for an individual to live a really meaningful life. And unfortunately, not too many people study it. And I've got to compliment you for making this film, because I think this information is vital if a person really wants to live a full life. Religion and science used to be antagonistic, or they were perceived that way. Now they're joined together, like one's studying the cause, the other's studying the effect. And but religion teaches exactly the same thing. If you ask the theologian, not necessarily the minister or the rabbi at the corner, but the theologian, what God is, they'll tell you God is. He is neither created nor destroyed, is the cause and effect of himself, is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. You ask, and is all-knowing. If you ask the electrician or the engineer or the scientist, what's energy? The energy is neither created nor destroyed, is the cause and effect of it. They're saying essentially the same thing. Anything that people don't understand, they have a tendency to criticize or ridicule. Like there's a lot of criticism of The Secret, but only by the people that don't understand what you're talking about here. So you will probably run into critics in this too, but at least you're provoking them to think. And I believe if people start to think, they're going to move in the right direction. They will get it. The one point that all great leaders have agreed on is that we become what we think about. Now, they've disagreed on virtually anything else. Well, thought is energy. Thought waves are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. There is no energy that's more potent than thought. And you and I have been given the ability to think, the highest function that we're capable of. Now, when we say thoughts are omnipresent, I used to have a difficult time trying to get that message across when I was teaching. But today it's easy. I say, email's automatic, is omnipresent. When I hit that mouse, boom, the email's everywhere evenly present. If you're in Rio de Janeiro, you'll get it. If you're in Alaska, you'll get it. If you're in New York, you'll get it. The email's omnipresent. Well, so is a thought. And you see, with our little way of looking at things, we have a hard time grasping that we would have the ability to transmit something so powerful, but we do. And we've got a marvelous mind, and we've got a brain, and the brain is an electronic switching station. And just through entertaining new thoughts, we can alter the vibration we're in, and we can change our whole world. See, the brain does not think, but we think with the brain. Now, that's a bit of a riddle for some people. It's reported we've got Albert Einstein's brain being preserved in a jar somewhere in New Jersey, I've heard. But it's not doing anybody any good because Albert's not with it. See, the brain by itself isn't going to function. You've got to be there. And you are a soul. You don't have one, you are one. And you can activate cells in your brain, and every cell has a positive and a negative pole. So you can activate either the positive or the negative pole. And whatever you activate is going to transmit through you, like you're an electrical system. The electrical system in a person's body would make the electrical system in a supercomputer look like an absolute toy. And most people have no knowledge of it. They're marveled at the electrical system in the house. They come in and snap their fingers or clap their hands and they can turn on the light. Wow! Well, you can do that with yourself. We have a hard time grasping, how does this work? I throw one switch, all the lights go on. It's because they're all hooked together. Well, the brain cells are all wired together. And we can alter the vibration we're in by activating different cells in the brain. We're just beginning to take a look at who we are. You know, inscribed over the Ark of Apollo at Delphi the past 2,000 years, it says, know thyself. Most people haven't got the foggiest idea who they are. They think they're their name. You know, like I used to think I was Bob. Well, I'm not Bob at all. Bob's my name, but it's not me, and I can change it to Nick if I wanted, or George, but I'll go with Bob, and it's my name. Like, we think you're your hand, you're your body. I'm not my body. Like, you don't hear anybody say, am hand. I have a hand. So I think we've got to take a look at who we are and what we've got and how we function, and then begin to apply this information in a practical manner to improve the quality of our life. Because life is meant to be enjoyed. And I think our lifestyle is vital. I think our health is everything. Like I often mention, I was 73 the other day, and I've got more energy than most people 23. How come? It's because I know I have. You see, we don't get energy, we release energy. And when we start to understand some of these things, desire is the triggering mechanism that'll get the energy flowing. I often say, take a guy that comes home from work, and he sits down, he says, oh, I'm tired. And his wife comes along and says, there's a new plaza open, let's go and wander around it for 4 hours. Oh, forget it, I'm tired, I've had a rough day. Now, another time he comes home, he's had a worse day. He's had, in fact, a number of bad days and been up late for a number of nights. But there's a dance that he's been planning on. He can kick up his heels all night. Why? Desire to go to the dance. Well, when we have a desire to really live, make something happen, we'll have the energy to do it. Because all the energy is omnipresent. That's everywhere. That's within me. I don't get it. I release it. When we're talking about energy, let's go right to where it all starts. The highest function that you and I are capable of is thought. All great leaders, philosophers, religious leaders, everybody, as far back in history as you can go, have been in complete unanimous agreement on one point. They've disagreed on virtually everything else, but there's one point they're in complete agreement on, that we become what we think about. Thinking is the highest function that we're capable of. Now, thought is energy. Thought waves are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. The only thing that stops a thought is that which resonates with that thought. And for years I was trying to explain that in seminar, and I was having difficulty with it. I understood it, but I was having difficulty getting it across. And I once heard a great doctor say, you don't understand anything until you can explain it to someone else so that they understand it. Well, then one day something hit me, and I thought, yes. When we send emails, I can send you an email. I just click a mouse and doesn't matter where you are, you're going to get the email if you turn on your computer. The only thing that stops the email is that which resonates with the email, your email address. So you could be in Rio, or you could be in Alaska, or New York, or Kuala Lumpur. You're going to get that email if you turn on your computer, you're online, and you've got the